is your host, DJ Raskoon. And to present the other guests, here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Alex. How you doing?
Hello, everyone. I am back. It is Layla. I don't know what else to say. It's been a long time since I've done this.
Hey guys, it's Andy. It's been a break. How have everyone been?
Good.
Very
What do
good
you want me to
answer.
say, man?
Okay. Keeb. And it's good to be back.
So to begin
Yeah,
the
that's kinda
conversation, here is the ethical dilemma that I'm presenting you.
Yeah.
Cloning, do you think it's okay to take samples of, let's say you lost someone that you love, and take samples of that dead person and then make clones? Do you think that's ethical? What do you guys think?
Okay, I'm gonna say this from a very cliche perspective right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, we
Okay.
shouldn't, because, well, at the end of the day, that's not really them, and you're just living in denial that, I mean,
That they're dead.
they're
They're gone.
there's-
They're on the other side.
They're pretty much gone, and
Pretty
you're
much.
just, that's not really them, you're living with a husk.
Hey, but it's like saying, which stage of the cloning are we talking about? Because are we talking about a type where you can only clone them from?
From birth, like
Yeah,
from a baby.
That's a good question. I mean,
I think this question delved a little bit too deep. I think we should have started off from the fact of whether it's ethical to clone your relatives, whether it's just ethical to clone at all.
that is an even bigger point. What do you think?
No, I think that is the main thing because we should. Okay,
You know-
okay, Andy, you
Hey,
said.
look, I think it doesn't matter as much as you think it does, because just because you have the exact same genetic information, however, the circumstances that you grow up in,
Yes.
who you're with, where did you grow up at, who did you meet, that will shape you into a different person than the person that you were cloned from.
Exactly.
In which, it's like saying just because you have 10 clones and you send them to 10 different places,
Okay.
they're gonna grow up to be 10 completely different people.
Okay.
Like they may have some
Maybe you're solid people.
predispositions. They may have some predispositions, like they all don't like Greek food or like I don't know, they don't like the color blue. But
What do you have against blue?
I don't know. I don't have anything
Don't eat
against
blue
like blue
for
and
dinner.
everything. But there's specific blues that get me. But anyway,
Are you blue, Layla?
No, I'm not blue.
I'm
Right
wearing
now.
blue jeans right now.
Yeah, no.
So am I, bro.
I'm actually I'm in all like black and white. So I have no blue on me too.
I
You
see
mean
how it
black
is.
and gold?
No, that's white.
You know what?
What?
It went over your head. It's
Continue.
okay.
It went over my head.
Okay,
whatever, continue.
Okay, I forget what I was talking about now. Someone
Nate-
take over.
Okay, I think you were getting at nature versus nurture.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. So,
Oh, by the way, do you want to introduce yourself?
no, everyone
That
knows.
was a great
Everyone,
idea.
everyone should know who I am. I'm Alex, the best and the greatest.
How do we know
I don't
you're
know
the
about-
clone of Alex?
Oh.
It's true. I actually killed him and ate him. Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you eat the
Look,
guy?
okay, this is an important thing.
I'd like
We're
to
talking
take
about cloning. We
Yeah.
have to think about eating cloned things, all
But
right?
here's another interesting question, diverting from it's still cloning, but let's say like this is you right now, but another version of Alex comes, but like from the
Is he more
multiverse,
handsome?
like from Earth 2. And he's
2
probably
Alex.
more handsome, I guess. And
I have to kill him now.
he has a mustache, but like,
He's got a mustache.
would you guys say
He's better than me.
if you kill that doppelganger, would you still cease to exist? What do you guys think?
If you kill the
Yeah,
dog.
because if he came over here from our world, we're not connected. It's not like
Okay.
one of those, like if he's from a completely separate world, it's
Okay.
not like it's like a timeline thing. Like he traveled here
Mm.
from the,
Yeah.
the thing.
Completely separate entity almost.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
You know
if
what?
you're talking
We're looking at cloning. It's like saying as long as you can get one piece of DNA, it's like just because you killed him doesn't mean you still can't clone more of him. It's like saying how many Alice's can we clone?
Why would you want to clone more of me?
like, because the more the
One is
merrier.
enough.
The more the merrier, you know?
I'm surprised you guys can handle one of me.
Yeah, I think
we need more of you to go around, you
We're
know?
dying on the
That's
inside,
funny.
right?
like further the human race is by.
Like, I don't know if you guys have you guys heard of the book, The Day of the Triffids?
No.
It's basically,
I've heard of it, but I didn't
you know,
read it.
not Day of the Triffids,
That's not what you're reading right now.
Last Man or something.
The
But
last
it's
man on
yeah.
No.
Last Man.
It's is it the one where nobody can reproduce anymore except
Exactly.
they find the one girl who can?
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah,
movie. Oh, what's
Yeah,
that
the
movie called?
post-apocalypse.
Yeah, we all know
With the vampire. With the vampires.
Not the vampires.
No,
what are you
not
talking
the
about?
not the
Okay, I don't know what movie you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but it's
For
basically
all the
it's a
people who are too lazy
it's a horrible
to read.
scenario where nobody can
That's
have
a leech.
nobody can have kids. It's a horrible scenario.
I know what you're talking about. It's
Yeah.
set in the UK.
I know, it's kind of lit. Kids are kind of annoying.
Well, you
Oh,
know,
You were a kid,
It's a
Layla.
slow death.
And the reason I know kids are annoying is because I was a kid and I know exactly how annoying
But you're
I
still
was.
annoying. Nothing's changed.
Exactly.
You know what? I cannot dispute that. Yeah.
So,
Alex gets the point on
so
this
should we
one.
just wipe out Layla then?
Sorry, Layla.
No, don't wipe me out. I think I have a valuable purpose of adding good.
Commentary. Hey.
Yeah.
no, or
Alright.
but in that case, we'll just have the same people who are living over and over.
Yeah, that's an
over
interesting
again.
question.
Okay, but
Matrix.
then what if we could take two genomes, like almost the same as cloning, mix them together, and then
Oh, so
Okay,
like
so
creating a new
That's-
person but through cloning.
yeah,
So like test tube kids.
Yeah,
Or
test
something?
tube
tube
babies.
babies.
So basically non-sex reproduction, basically?
That
Yeah.
just sucks.
How do we make sure?
Yeah, but genetically perfect, like Gattaca.
You know what, dude?
That's
that-
a bad idea.
You know what, dude?
That's a great idea.
Dude, look,
Bad
that is,
idea.
dude,
Not
like,
as a
look.
You're right. We already have the genetically perfect
Oh my
You know what?
specimen right
Hey, look,
here,
that is
guys.
just like this really weird ad that I saw on the internet today. Apparently now you can order Hooters online, which kind of defeats
What the
whole-
heck are Hooters?
No. He's right in that.
It's like
Hooters can mean this or the restaurant.
It's like who the hell cares about
No,
their food?
that the restaurant means that and the restaurant.
Yeah, I know, but
Well,
Wait,
say that.
I
You
legit
said
have never
bagels.
heard of the Hooters before.
you need to grow up.
and not grow up, just get out more, dude.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like
We're
said-
just gonna move on.
Okay.
Move on.
So I can't mention. Okay, me personally, I can't mention cloning without mentioning one of the most convoluted Spider-Man stories in the history of comic
Oh,
books.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Cloning should not happen because it gives us convoluted comic book stories. Okay, no, I'm joking. I'm joking about that.
You are right in the way that
But, like-
it complicates a lot of people's lives.
Yes. So in that sense, just don't clone because it'll complicate your life.
Hey,
and you can
How
end
about
up-
this? Here's a question. Would you consider a clone if, let's say, your ancestor came, like
Okay.
from the future?
Yes.
Your
And-
ancestors
My
Wouldn't
came
that
ancestor
be-
from the future.
Wouldn't that be my
But-
predecessor?
That is possible.
That's my
But-
predecessor,
His
not my
ancestor
ancestor.
looks almost exact, like to the fact that like you guys are
They
mere
could work, though,
replicates,
like,
and
go back.
you guys are like sired. So my question to you would be, is would you would you like you know?
Would I sleep with a clone myself?
Yeah, I would. Just for the record.
No,
I would.
please finish.
I mean,
I would finish.
would you like? Yeah, I lost my train of thought.
Something.
Yeah,
I'm so
okay,
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Ancestor.
Ancestor,
100 years.
future, predecessor.
What I'm trying to say is,
spinach.
shows like the Vampire Diaries and the Flash.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They had the story where this guy came from the future,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then there's this other guy. They are like ancestors. They're related.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
okay,
And,
so
the
yeah.
present version is like pure evil.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, cool, cool.
And these guys, they couldn't stop him because
You
like
mean
he's
the future or the present version?
I'm talking about Reverse Flash Overthon.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
We get where you're coming from now.
So like how do you stop this unstoppable guy?
If he's you.
Exactly.
So
Okay,
you
well, if it's
you
me, I
worked
know
on
exactly
present-
what my weakness
So the
is.
present day guy shoots
Tell
himself.
me more.
Exactly. Which
When
is
the-
why she would
when-
know how to avoid it.
When the present day guy shoots himself, he basically erases his ancestor.
Oh.
That's
Would
yeah, that is
would
an
you
ethical
guys-
dilemma.
You
Would
mean
you-
his future ancestor?
No, no, no,
Exactly.
no, no.
Would you guys do that if some danger
You
happened?
know,
like,
or like a more practical way in terms of cloning is if this unstoppable guy, pretty much if this unstoppable guy is you, then you could have just cloned like 100 yous.
Yeah.
And you outnumber you,
Okay.
and you can kill you.
I like that idea.
But
I'm gonna
what
do
if
it
one of
myself.
those yous is the one that brings the you that is evil in the future?
That means like
Realistically, it'd probably just be me.
okay.
Yeah, the evil Layla's probably the one right now.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair,
would.
so-
I'd agree. I think
Yeah.
like if you clone me again, then there. I don't know.
you know,
I'd turn out
or as I
And
say,
speak-
if I clone you again, then I will raise you. I mean, brainwash you in the right way that I want.
Okay, that just sounds good. But yeah, essentially
Okay.
raising a kid is brainwashing a kid. Yeah, I
Yeah,
will
pretty
agree with
much.
that.
It's
I
exactly
agree
like
with
you know,
that.
all I need to, your only purpose in life. You're only gonna live for like 25 years. You'll
Okay.
kill you.
I have another ethical dilemma.
Okay.
You or you?
Before I say it.
Some
I
you-
am me, yes.
You or you. You have an arch nemesis out there. Your arch nemesis gets a hold of your DNA and then
Dinkelberg.
clones you. But you don't know your arch nemesis cloned you. I know your arch nemesis has you, but in a different way. Do you think the arch nemesis? That's weird. Do you think the arch nemesis could like use clone you to figure out how to defeat current you?
Superboy.
No.
No, because we talked
Superboy.
about this,
Superboy.
nurture versus nature.
That's
No.
true.
No.
That's true.
No,
Super-
because like saying just
Oh.
because he had the same genes as me doesn't mean he is me.
That's
No,
true, but a lot
would-
of like I think a lot of things. Okay, yeah, nurture versus nature. I agree. A lot of nurturing does overpower a lot of nature, but there's still some things like that we like. There's some things that are nature. Like I genetically inherited some things from my dad that.
What, so we're gonna kill you with a peanut allergy?
No, I'm not allergic to peanuts.
I know, but that's
You
for
are
the sake of
peanuts.
argument.
Yeah, for
right?
the sake of argument, yeah. Or it could just be something, so long as a
Oh,
personality
okay,
trait. Like my
okay.
dad
Yeah.
is like
I mean-
someone who always likes to help other people. You know, I also got that trait of I like to go out of my way to help people. You know, and
However-
out of my way in like
So
an
that's how I
impractical
kill
way to
you.
myself.
However, like,
kindness.
but like that kindness can be changed.
But
Yeah,
That's
good
true.
point.
I have a good example of this actually.
Please.
You know
You said Superboy?
yeah, Superboy from he's a clone of Superman, but he has Lex Luthor's DNA too. And he
Oh,
has-
that's hot. And wait, no, that's
You know what? I don't understand how it always gets so weird in these conversations.
Okay, but like-
nonetheless.
But point is, he was cloned by Lex Luthor. He has half of his DNA. He ends up still becoming one of the greatest heroes ever. So
Well,
Evil and
that's
greatness?
True, that's true.
But then
okay,
here's
but
the
there's
other
a very
thing.
thin line that separates evil and greatness. They go hand in hand. Like someone who's evil has exactly the same traits as someone who is a great hero or whatever. They just have slightly different motivations.
like Hitler.
Before I lose
did you?
Oh my
God!
Hey, you know?
before I lose
Okay.
before I lose my
Stop.
train of thought,
Okay.
Yeah, please, please.
let me just bring another dilemma to the table. What if, not Hitler, but you know, some evil guy, you know, we
Osama. Sorry.
Some
Yo.
like
Yo, I
classic.
don't-
Okay, we'll use Layla as an example.
Alright,
Yeah, so
alright, evil
let's
Layla.
take a DNA of you know,
Of Layla.
a DNA
Evil
of
Layla.
some supervillain like General Zod,
Layla.
but then take the DNA
And you
um,
make him Doomsday.
with the human, right? But that child grows up, and you know, he's raised, you know, in some
Good.
forest or something.
Yes.
My
Forest?
question to you guys would be the fact that he's half the DNA that he possesses is a supervillain, and the other half is a decent human being. Now, the dilemma is that would you guys kill him because he represents a danger, or would you
While he
still
was
raise
still
him?
young, while he was
Okay.
still young.
Majin Buu.
Is it you're asking while he was still young before
Yes,
he made
because
any outward choices?
Because the fact, like, the equivalent to what I'm saying is imagine like half of his DNA is Hitler and
Hey,
half
you
of
know
his
what?
DNA.
What,
It's
Majin
one-
Buu, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
not
but
Majin
here's
Buu,
the
right?
here's the thing. Here's the
And-
thing.
and Kid Boobs.
We don't put murderers' children in jail because the murderers killed people.
Okay,
I
Hey,
would.
you know what?
I would.
it's like that
Listen-
show. I forgot the name of the show,
But
but
listen-
basically, I think it's Blacklist or something. I'm not sure, but basically,
Oh, Black Mirror?
Black Mirror, yeah. There's this scenario where my friend told me that this guy, he has this power to know the future of when this guy is gonna commit crimes. So, this
Okay,
like
cool.
so these guys, they don't commit the crime yet. These guys, they still arrest them because
Oh,
they think that
it's like,
they're gonna commit the
Oh,
crime
It's
in
like
the
Civil War II.
exactly. So back to that, you know, dilemma of we
Oh,
know
I know.
that
Hey.
You know what
this
I'm talking
guy
about?
is half of his DNA is a monster. Now, would we still, you
No,
know,
it's the
kill
Marvel
him,
movie.
or would we
No,
still raise him right? So what do you guys?
I think we
what do you guys
should.
think?
I think I'd
What's
say
the
raise him
Tom
right because if you go back to the example of Superboy, he has half of his DNA is from one of the most evil minds in the DC universe, but he was still raised to be one of the greatest heroes ever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
agree
think
with
like going back to Layla's point of nature versus nurture. If you like,
Okay.
They have like
nature can only play so much, and then there's nurture, which can also help raise the person into being something else. So-
Yeah.
So we would give him a chance.
Yeah. Give
Yeah,
him a
I say give
chance.
them a chance.
Give him a
That's the only
chance.
thing.
Yeah.
And the last point is, okay,
You
again
can
coming
go so
back
far.
to Smallville. There was this episode of.
We always come back to Smallville.
I
Look,
know.
life
This
is
wouldn't be
small.
an
When
episode.
do you
Alright.
realize
This
this?
wouldn't
Alright.
This wouldn't be an episode of
one day
Entertainment
we
Tech
will.
without references Smallville.
By the way, there was this
Or DC.
there was this
Or
commercial.
Westworld.
I don't know if you
That's
guys have seen it, but there's this commercial. I forgot the car, but they shot the commercial at the Smallville farm. I was fangirling right there. It was.
But it's a farm.
Wait,
Yeah,
is that
but
what you
it's
wanted
not just
to talk
any
about?
farm. It's a Kent farm, and one day, I swear to God,
It's a farm.
we will go to that farm, man. Like,
Are we
that-
gonna do
Are we
like
gonna meet
a...
Superman?
yeah, we will go there
We're gonna-
legitimately,
we're
man.
gonna have a rave.
But anyways, so there's
Farm
this
rave.
episode where Lex Luthor, he was having this experiment,
Yeah.
krypton experiment. It
Yeah.
went really bad,
Oh.
and
Doesn't it always?
Is that how he
From
lost his hair?
from no.
That's what happened in Superman Birthright. Okay, we continue.
Yeah. So this explosion, it split his personality. Okay. So there's the good version, and there was the bad version.
Mhm.
Okay. So the good version, he's just like close. He's like, what's going on? and the bad version, he's just like being reckless. He's committing bad crime after crime. So what he does is he takes a good Lex Luthor, ties him up, puts a chain and just like covers his face, and then puts him in a dungeon. Because he's scared.
Kinky.
He's scared that if anything happens to the other Lex Luthor, he could cease to exist.
Yeah, okay.
So my question is, do you think that, let's say you have a split personality and you get separated into two beings, do you think that you should be worried about what happens to him, or what do you guys
Let's
think?
go around the table.
Yeah.
Andy?
Obviously, because like saying, many people try to argue that when criminals kill someone, they're not in control of their action the moment that they kill someone, but they are before and after. You know, it's like saying, many times like that is one of
Crime
the
of passion.
Well, yeah, but like one of the things is like split personality is one thing that you can't really prove. It's like saying you can say whatever the hell they want.
Norman Bates.
Plead insanity.
Yeah, but like saying, if this is something that's going on, then this person should be kept in control.
Okay. Layla?
Okay, on this one, I would say, okay, if I'm split into two different people, those two different people are independent people that don't need to interact with each other, but at the same time, yin versus yang, like you can't have one without the other type of thing. So, Andy just gave me the funniest look.
No, but saying like, so you have like bad and worse?
Thank you.
Bad and
I
worse.
can't imagine a bad lady. Like, I wonder what that's like.
No, I don't know.
I can imagine
If
worse.
me is split, you'd probably get me like split into two different people. You get me split into like a really artistic human being, and then me split into like a really scientific human being. And I feel like the scientific side of me would be the bad one, and then
How
the
so?
artistic, because I feel like the scientific side of me would just have too much
Cold
like
and
science
logical.
knowledge. Yeah, I'd be too cold and logical. But like the artistic side of me would see the beauty in the world, but the scientific side of me would just see the science. And science is beautiful, but like artsy people have
Science
more.
is big. What are you talking about?
Well, hey, look, like some of the artsy people are seriously creepy. Like the
Yeah,
guy that
I
climbs
think-
creepy
the-
doesn't mean evil though. They're
No,
generally
but, like-
harmless.
Yeah, artsy. Well,
Well,
some artsy-
But to themselves, maybe
No.
not.
Hey, you know, let me tell you this. This is a real story. There's an anime called Death Note, which inspired a real life murder. So,
look, there's
Yeah,
lots of
I've
things. There's
inspired
lots of
real-life
movies that
murders.
have inspired real life
Yeah.
murders. You know, like
From Batman?
Like,
Hey, don't kiss my boy.
well,
How
the
about-
fact that one guy actually did shoot up a movie theater because of Batman, but nonetheless.
All right. So, to your question of, you
Yes.
know, if I was split into two people, I don't trust me right now as one person. I definitely can't trust the other one. So we'd probably go at each other and kill each other. It's just a logical assumption, right? I don't trust me. You don't trust me.
Hang on, I gotta go
Why
back.
should I trust
gotta
other
go
me?
back. I actually think my evil self would convert my good self into another evil self, so then there'd be two
Yeah,
evil selves.
okay,
Right?
so
I
pretty
think
much
that's
you
what
have
would
like,
happen.
so
I'm too paranoid.
yeah, so
Yeah.
two
Can't
halves would be
trust
like, you know, in one word, bad, in two words, not good. So.
Yeah, no, you know,
You know what, Andy? I
we
can't
kill each
dispute
other.
that. Yeah. I
You
can't
guys,
dispute
what
that.
do you guys think can happen in the future in terms of scientific advancements with cloning and doppelgangers?
Doppelgangers are more of a supernatural entity rather than a scientific entity.
Yeah.
And
Very true.
I feel like cloning is more of a scientific entity rather than a supernatural entity.
Well, you know, it's like saying, if I were to clone myself, I don't think I would be able to control my clone. So that would be really
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
so like,
I don't
think
trust
what-
them. I kill them.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think. No, or it'll be like, my clone would kill me in my
Yeah.
sleep, and my last words will be, "I created you."
Point is, if someone's your clone, that doesn't mean they're you.
It would
Exactly.
basically be a Frankenstein situation where when you create a clone, the clone would demand something, and if you don't, the clone will basically wreck the world until you give in to the demand.
Okay,
Base.
but I kind of feel like this is also like a typical like parent-child relationship because your clone is you, but your child, like you have.
But
to,
also half another person.
Yeah, okay, but still, like it's if you're raising your clone, you're essentially the parent of yourself. I don't think that'd go well. Like I know how I was as a kid. I don't want to parent myself. Like I feel like it'd just be like a typical parent-child
Well, you know, hey, like,
relationship.
Has nobody played Metal Gear Solid?
No.
no,
I
hey, you know
did
what?
A bit.
Like, you know, okay, look, how about this? If your son, like, if your son or your daughter didn't even inherit like a quarter of the genes that you have, like, you're really smart, they're really dumb.
That's not how genetics work. They have to inherit some of it.
No,
the son
some-
is not present.
Look, this
Like,
is a real
some doesn't
story,
come
okay?
out.
When I was 6, my mom, she took me for my first lesson for English, so I was in China back in the day. So her English prof, this old white man, he taught me for like 20 minutes. So he came out, he asked my mom like 4 words. Did he come from you? It's like, I do admit my IQ is lower than my mom's, in which did not work well.
I was gonna say that was savage, man.
But my mom, she always places the blame on my dad.
Okay, no, my mom does too. Every time I do something stupid, she's like, "That's your kid, Tony." And then every time I do something good, she's like, "That's my daughter. Oh my god, my beautiful daughter." But if I'm bad, I'm my dad's kid.
I have no idea how we went from cloning to family.
Well, no,
Well, no,
hey,
it's
look, you
Well,
know,
that is a very practical implication of cloning or practical issue
Because
of cloning
parents-
is you have to raise.
Well, do you
can't
have
just-
to?
No, you
that's
could just
not-
release it into the wild, but then you're gonna get some bush child.
Hey,
That-
but you know
and
what?
that's bad?
No, but
I
like,
wouldn't want my clone to be like that.
but like, if your kid is like me,
that's
well,
just your
like
vanity
mine was a
speaking.
kid, like. If my mom could clone, I'm pretty sure she would rather clone herself.
You know what? I would agree with you. My mom would have rather cloned herself.
So
No, I
before
really
we
don't
conclude
think
this
so.
segment, do you guys have any shows or movies or animes that talk about doppelgangers and clones?
Clones.
Clone Saga from Spider-Man.
Aside from Star Wars Clone Wars.
Well, you know what?
anything
No,
else?
because like I was saying, like there was this old anime back in 2002 called Gundam Z. Like not that many people have seen it, but it's really
I
good.
did.
But yeah, you good. Okay, yeah. So you know, like in a part like Mulaflaga, his dad is like pretty much Raul Crusade. He is the clone of Mulaflaga's dad because
Really?
that is pretty much the exact situation of the story that I just told, because his dad was a genius and he was gonna die, and his son is pretty good but nowhere near as smart as the dad. So before he died, he cloned him. He cloned himself.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
not
I
it's all.
Okay, but also there's Full Metal Alchemist, where like the brothers, their dad was cloned, and then the original dad was good, but he was being held by the clone, which was bad. And then
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
very
that's when it
convoluted.
got that was when the whole series just got really complicated, and I stopped watching after that.
I can't stop thinking of the Clone Saga.
Which
From Spider-Man.
oh,
Clone Saga. That was
okay.
like a very convoluted mess. That
It was good.
It was a convoluted mess.
It was fun.
First you think Ben Riley's the real guy, and then you find out he's not the real guy, and then you just
It really
follow
makes
this
you question
complicated
everything,
mess,
you know.
And then you just you find out he was not the real, and it's just complicated. Point is, don't read the Clone Saga. It's too complicated. Unless you want to read the Clone Saga, in which case go for it. Point. but it did give us a sexy costume of Ben Riley.
What?
And that's what we really came there for, am I right, people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex, how about
So-
I think we went a bit over time, so
I
moving
know.
on to our next topic, which is reincarnation. I'm going to start by saying Dragon Ball Z really, that's where I learned a bit from reincarnation.
Okay,
where,
where does
Reincarnation.
Where is reincarnation in Dragon Ball Z?
oh yeah, let me explain to you.
Krillin.
King Piccolo.
Oh, no, that
okay.
works.
Wait, King Piccolo? Is
Goku-
it named after a pickle
my-
or the
my-
actual Piccolo?
No.
King Piccolo. This is like the OG Piccolo.
he-
The OG
okay,
Piccolo.
he's
Like,
Pac-Man.
the one
Goku,
that-
my homie Goku, he's like, yo fam, I'm so angry right now, and he's about to punch King Piccolo.
But
King
you see
Piccolo has a hole in his
A
gut
hole
right
in his
now,
chest, and then
right?
he spews out.
Exactly,
No,
and then
no,
he
you're
spits
missing
out
the
an
point,
egg.
dude.
He spits out an egg, and so this egg has the very essence of King Piccolo and entire memories, to the point where in 3 years, this guy that grows up, the egg that grows up, the baby's like, he believes to the point that he's the reincarnation of King Piccolo, to the fact that he even has the same memories
Mhm.
as his
You know,
father.
You know, that one thing I'm gonna say. First of all, for Dragon Ball, I read the manga,
Okay.
and there is a distinct difference between that's how Namek give birth, by spitting an egg
Yeah.
out of their mouth.
But-
Yeah.
The point, dude, that's like saying Dende is
Just
the
like
reincarnation of the Grand Elder.
But
How's
but,
he doing
but the
that?
thing is though, that's where the confusion is, because I've read a lot of wikis, and even they themselves, they either say he's the son of King Piccolo, or he's a reincarnation, or he's
Yeah,
both.
but
because in
King
the
Piccolo himself
I
is
remember
evil.
I remember I
Evil
remember
version of Kami.
I remember a part where King Piccolo Jr. is like, I am King Piccolo reincarnated. So that's
Well,
how-
look, that's like saying I am Jesus reincarnated. Like, that
Look,
doesn't
wait,
make me
Angela,
what? You didn't tell me?
So-
Hey, you know what? Hey, he's not like I'm the first person to say this, because there's this actual dude in Australia right now who claims himself to be the reincarnation of
Hey,
Jesus.
no,
But just because what I said.
there's a thing where there's a disorder when people go to Jerusalem, they think they're the reincarnation. And this is a mental disorder that happens to a lot of
Really?
people. They go to Jerusalem and all of a sudden they're like, oh my lord, I am
That's-
the reincarnation
wow.
of Jesus. And then
You
I don't
know,
know what the Jerusalem
Why do
people
you
with
think
that,
they
but-
went on like 9 different crusades and millions of people died?
Remind me to never go to Jerusalem.
Why? Because you're
Well,
gonna think you're Jesus?
Days
I'm
full.
afraid what I'll think.
Because I think the main question is,
Steve,
let's
dude.
say this reincarnated guy, he claims to have the same memory.
Hey, look. First of all, that's
And-
not how reincarnation works. Because
Okay.
the only, first of all, but reincarnation. The only one I know from anime will be Kagome and
Inuyasha.
yeah, because like Kagome, she's like a 500-year later version of Kikyo. But
Okay.
it's like saying they are the same person, but they're not the same person. However, it's like saying, okay, it's like saying reincarnation in a sense is like a split personality disorder. It's like saying you have it, but you don't know because
Okay.
once you know, then it's not real. That kind of thing. You know?
Well, okay, I
What?
disagree with you because I think reincarnation, for me, reincarnation is purely that your soul is a completely separate entity from the body. So that soul just moves from one body to the next, and it doesn't matter what the shell is because that internal soul picks up stuff and it just continues to grow regardless of what body it is.
Yeah, go
A
on.
good example of reincarnation. Going back to my comic book expertise. Everybody here knows who Hawkman and Hawkgirl are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're pretty much.
Oh yeah. You hit the nail. Yeah, Shire. Yeah, the love story.
Shayera,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Prince and Shayera, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're a good example of reincarnation because like
Fall in love every life.
they're like every life they're like someone.
Star-crossed lovers.
Yeah, they're pretty much there's someone
Wish I
different.
had that.
Right?
They're like
Was that
someone
bitter?
different.
Does it sound really bitter?
You know, being the fact that I'm actually right, that did sound a little bit better.
All right. Okay.
Okay, this is not work. Moving
Anyway,
on.
moving on. Okay, yeah. So like they pretty much in like however many lives they live, they're all like drastically different, but they still have like the same memories or like.
Now, this is a very
Okay,
spiritual
so pretty
question.
much,
but what
so
do you
pretty
think-
much, they
And-
always reincarnated
They
as
always
a guy and a
they
girl.
die and then
Okay.
they like
Inherit.
they
memories.
reincarnate. They find each other. They get their memories
Yeah,
back.
so
They
it's like,
die
so,
again.
so pretty much like, what if both reincarnated as dudes? So
They
get-
can't
They
both-
can't.
they
It's
can't,
a
they
male
can't.
and female soul.
Okay, so
So
half
what do you
female,
think
female,
happens to
okay.
the soul as soon as the body is dead and then like
It
the
goes-
soul is about to go?
Hey,
but
look.
what do you think happens to that in between
Look,
space? Where is that
There
soul?
is no in between space. How things works is like this. Sometimes things are
Like
born,
he's
they
gone.
live, and then they die.
Are you sure?
Forever.
Are you sure you're not the
I have a different opinion because in my personal beliefs, I actually do believe that your soul gets up and then maybe later on in life it comes
Goes and
back.
parties
or it goes
in-
literally, or you know, it just floats around. Like I'm a firm believer in ghosts
Hey.
and that kind of stuff.
Hey, you
like,
know what? They're saying like, look, they're saying I always find this very interesting in every single religion where there's a heaven and a hell. Like pretty much so, there are these gods and demons that are very powerful beings, and their sole purpose of, their sole purpose of being there is to serve us. If we do good, someone is there to reward us.
But
If
what
we
about,
do
what about
bad,
reincarnation?
I don't
though?
believe in heaven and hell though. I just believe in reincarnation. Your soul just moves on into.
But I mean, like the main reason why I bring that up is like, imagine like I die right now, right?
We can't do it. That'd be terrible.
Yeah. Okay, but like imagine like my soul goes into this like I become
Limbo.
reincarnated as a girl.
Oh.
Now here's the question.
girl?
Now I'm reincarnated
You're
as a
weird.
girl, right? Now
have
where
to call
what
you
is
Talia
that?
Al Ghul
What is
now.
the soul exactly doing in that in between space? Because like in that space where like we say that the
Well,
human
that's all
body
supposition, isn't it?
the human body it gains memory at the age of 3, right? So what happens before 3? What is that soul doing?
Let's ask the reincarnation of
Maybe-
Jesus Christ over here.
All right, sounds good.
Please.
Okay, first of all, before 3, you sleep on average of 18 to 20 hours per day, so
Yeah.
you're going to remember anything. Pretty much. Like saying,
I still don't.
exactly.
Exactly.
Hey,
How
you know
many
what?
fingers am I holding up right now?
Well,
What are
okay.
those?
They're saying, okay, look, there's a Buddhist theory that they always talk about reincarnation. However,
I love that.
you only reincarnate into humans if you do good.
Karma, yeah.
Lots and lots
Yeah.
of good. Or
Yeah.
else you're going to be reincarnated into,
It's like a slug.
yeah.
So what do you think Hitler
So
reincarnated?
maybe he might be
You know,
reincarnated as a
you
dog.
know,
We don't know.
You know, as animals.
Okay.
Vampire
Or
bat.
sometimes you don't come
Vampire
back
bat.
to the earth at all. You remain
Okay.
in hell forever. So
Okay.
they're saying like just because like according to their theory, just like us being humans right here, we're very
Okay.
lucky.
We did well.
We did
last
very
life.
well in our family. It's like saying like if we were like pigs in our previous lives, we didn't
We
kill
were
any.
good pigs.
We were good. We were
pigs.
good. We were good.
pigs.
We were
He's
good.
you over here. We were good pigs.
We were good. I didn't get eaten by anybody.
But like if you
Oh.
bring it into layman's terms, scientifically speaking, reincarnation is basically like a soul transfer, okay?
Yeah.
So how about this? God damn it.
What?
What?
Hold on, just keep on.
Okay, maybe reincarnation's like this.
Oh, wait.
Okay, maybe this will be a terrible example. We're gonna start up. we'll use this like a Word document as an example. You type up a Word document.
Sure.
You transfer it to a hard drive. It's
Okay.
right there. It's
Yeah.
the same thing. It's right there. Then you transfer it to another computer.
Uh-huh.
Same thing, and it's right there. And then after that,
But it's not living.
Oh, got it.
but
got
it's
it.
the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Okay.
Okay, Rach,
Alright.
go.
So I was thinking, like, you know, every time we talk about soul, it's like this, like, non-tangible thing, something we can't touch.
I can touch my soul.
Maybe not.
You know
You
what?
touched
So-
my soul.
Please don't do it here.
So my question is it
You.
possible in the future? My point is the fact that reincarnation is this thing of soul transfer. Is it possible that one day in the future that scientists will find a way to take soul as this like tangible, like a thing to transfer from one body to the next? Like
Yeah.
let's say I'm like 98 years old,
Yeah,
and
they
they
can
want to take my
transfer
soul
it
and
into a clone.
Yeah. So
But
do you think it's
that-
possible?
But
I hope it's not
I
possible.
think soul is a little bit supernatural, and humans
Okay.
are not really on that supernatural plane, so
Look,
we
there
can't really
is no
touch that.
such thing. Once you
What?
die, you die.
I don't think so.
Forever.
That's kind of annoying.
sorry,
I
I'm-
feel
yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
I feel
reserve
like
my
I could-
right.
What was I saying? Look,
Say
it's like no, that's
certain
look,
stuff.
look. It's like saying it's always quite amazing how humans have never changed really since like 5,000 years ago.
Yeah, because we're
they've
just
always-
being reincarnated.
Just to
It's
clarify,
no,
we respect
no.
the
all
same
religions.
people who were around 5,000 years ago.
No, because
Also, we support
like,
Greenpeace.
because they always believe, you know, from the pyramids to the great tombs, they always believe that they're gonna live on forever, and there's like some parts of you
They
that
are.
live on
They're
forever.
partying forever.
You're
Okay,
not.
but
You
there
came
is-
from nothing. You're gonna go from nothing.
There is still some part of you that lives on. It's your children.
Oh, yeah.
They have your DNA. They may not be you, but they are your legacy. That part does live on.
Why-
So
Wait,
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 they are your legacy to begin with.
wait. So suppose you either have no children or your children die off early.
That's the end of your line.
That's basically
Yeah,
the end
that's
of
the end
the
of your
line.
And plus, like, you know, just because you're saying that your children are
So-
carrying you on, that means you admit that there is no soul.
Oh, no, really.
Not
dude.
necessarily. I'm
So,
thinking
no,
if you're-
he's
from
basically
your
saying
point of
physical
view-
aspect.
yeah, from your point of view, yeah. If we're talking, yeah, okay. So well, let's all be Andy right now. There's no soul.
We're all Jesus.
We're all
Oh,
Jesus!
Okay, no, but like from Andy's point of view, if we're saying yeah, there's no soul, then the one thing of you that does live on is your children and whatever genetic and your memory of what people remember of you. And yeah, that may die off in a couple generations. But what if you're like Cleopatra and people 3,000 years down the road still remember who you are and still know the name, right?
In memory.
Yeah, you're
Wow.
preserved in memory.
Talking about memory, you know, there are a bunch of fictional characters that are also preserved in memories who never even exist.
It was mommy.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yo,
This is not real.
That's
We're
not
I'm very
Jesus
sorry to all the
right now.
Christian
this is-
viewers out there.
This is completely random, but every time we talk about Jesus, you know what's coming to my mind? You know, that scene from 21 Jesus where I...
21 Jesus!
No!
You know what?
No,
Jesus.
Oh my God, no.
Hey, you know what?
Korean
Hey, you know what?
Jesus.
You know what? How about in Family Guy Black
21
Jesus?
Jump Street, my bad.
Do this in remembrance of me.
Reincarnation.
Young Al, you look tasty.
Reincarnation
Okay.
mainly comes to this thing about soul transfer.
Yeah, let's go back to
How
reincarnation.
about this?
Okay.
Reincarnation.
Mhm.
Can reincarnation be possible with people that don't have souls?
Wait, but
Well,
people
who
that
doesn't
don't
have
have
a
soul,
soul?
yeah, like who doesn't
Uh,
have a soul?
Maybe,
friends of mine.
maybe animals. How about robots?
How about
robots? Robots that are like,
They're not
What,
you know,
androids?
yeah, androids.
Oh, so
that
you're
are-
saying they develop their own personality,
yeah, like
but then
sentient,
is that a soul?
like sentient life, like you know the Westworld type of robots that are like so human-like.
Yeah.
Like, can reincarnation be possible?
Well, it
with them?
depends on what you mean.
Because of some programming.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's
Well, oh wait,
supposing
wait.
souls
On the
exist.
topic of this, has anyone seen the movie Chappie?
Yeah.
Chappie.
No.
Okay.
Oh, is that with the boxing and Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman in it?
No.
Hugh
That's,
Jackman.
that's real steel.
No,
Oh.
okay. Anyway, but what happens in Chappie is there's like
It's
this
so bad.
robot. I love the movie.
It was terrible.
I love Chappie.
Sorry, keep going, but
Okay,
I'll
anyway,
tell you why it's terrible
The
later.
purpose of what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying
what
here
makes
is that
you
in the movie is they like in the movie they like transfer some chick's soul into a computer or they like upload her consciousness and then she dies and they're all sad like, oh my god, she died, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, wait, we have her consciousness. They plug that computer into a robot, bam, she's back in robot.
So essentially, that consciousness is that tangible thing where
Yeah.
it's transferred.
So yeah, but
Okay,
how do you
so-
transmit that to data?
But you know what? I think the closest
Well, I
thing
don't
we've
know
had
Jack's
to that
thinking of
in TV and movies, I think you might know this as well in Arrow, where they develop a serum called Mirakuru.
Wait,
Oh,
did you say the
Miracle.
Oompa Loompa serum?
What? No, I
No,
said
they
No.
develop.
Oh,
Where
I
did
heard
you
the
get
Oompa
Yeah,
Where did you get Oompa Loompa from Mirakuru?
I don't know.
My Chinese is not strong, so
It's
I'll say
Mirakuru,
Chinese
you
accent.
said it right.
It's Japanese, first of all, you racist.
Alright, Mirakuru, that's how they say it. Alright, so basically it's a serum that enhances super speed, super strength. So basically, this guy, he has a Mirakuru in him.
Deathstroke.
Yeah, so he wants to create an army. So what he does, he creates
Deathstroke.
a blood transfusion using that and creates basically an army.
How is this reincarnation?
This is reincarnation, not necessarily,
With cloning.
but it's kind of
No,
like
it's not
cloning / reincarnation because he's making versions of himself. Because
Do they turn into him though?
basically,
Like,
yeah,
100%
because he's
him.
taking his blood, right, the same blood, and he's
So if they're
injecting
taking
it.
his own genetic
Basically,
material.
his genetic material,
But that's not a
and
soul.
pumping it into people,
Well, I
and
couldn't-
that's like the closest thing because like,
Is it? I swear they were just pumping Mirakuru.
because like you know, soul, it's I don't know, it's like impossible, right? It's like we
We,
can't.
yeah, we
it's
can't.
intangible.
We
So,
as
you know
humans
what?
right now, we haven't really figured it out.
We
Yeah.
don't even know if we have a soul.
Blood is like the
Like,
closest thing.
Hey, look, you know what I think?
we know Layla doesn't have a soul.
The entire thing about reincarnation
I'm joking, I'm
is that
joking.
it's
That's a good
supposed to be
Thank you.
supernatural and it's not
Yeah.
supposed to be controlled, and it's something that if it does exist, then it only goes through time. It's like saying you can't have
Okay.
two versions of you at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like saying
That'd be
you
terrible.
only be reincarnated once you die.
Yeah, essentially.
Essentially, you know, it's like saying you might. It's like saying so sometimes it's really creepy. It's like saying sometimes you're a dude, other times you're a girl.
Well, don't Buddhists believe they can break the cycle of reincarnation though?
Well, if you're
Yeah.
good in 7 lifetimes, then you go to Nirvana.
Well, actually, not if you're Doctor Strange. Dormammu, I've come here.
You know what? Look,
That's a good.
look,
That's a good. You win by losing. No one's ever done
Hey,
that
you
before.
know what? Most of the times, they say
No,
for
no,
religions,
that's what
they
I-
always give you this like very slim way for you to win, but you never win. So pretty much you need to keep believing in their faith forever.
Look, I'm not saying religion. I actually.
Andy the
I'm
cynical.
retracting the statement. I'm not gonna say anything about religion. We're getting too political here.
Well, too religious to be fair. But
Oh,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Too
Reincarnation,
politically
reincarnation is, you know, a
A
very
supernatural
fundamental,
entity.
fundamental part of our religion. We define our soul, a lot of us, through our religion and
Yes, that is
through
true.
reincarnation.
That is true.
But you know, have religion first.
Of course, of course. Whereas other people, didn't they do a study where they observed a human body and then the exact moment they died, the body became lighter
I think
by
so,
X
yeah.
amount?
Eight
yes,
grams.
they did.
It's 8 grams.
Yes, they did.
Because you just died,
Yeah, like
When the
your body.
body releases
uh,
when you just
and
died.
pretty much your
10
entire system just stopped.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean nothing expelled from you.
Well, you
What,
know,
did you like unclench your butt and just
Oh.
That's 8 grams worth of just.
Alright.
I mean, it's
hey,
possible.
That's the
you
way
know
to
what's
turn of
possible?
events.
Hey, you know what? First of all, 8 grams is like nothing in terms
Yeah, no.
of how much you're worth, and pretty much like once you die,
Well,
like
soul doesn't have to weigh a lot.
a little bit of
Yeah,
liquid
it's
comes
deep.
out anywhere, you weigh 8 grams less. That doesn't prove anything, right?
No, I know, you're right. But I mean, they
You know
didn't
that-
observe anything expelling them, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
To conclude, do you guys have any reincarnation stories you would like to share? Fictional ones.
Okay.
as well.
No.
But his is real.
His is real,
better.
you know.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Like the closest thing I could come up with for reincarnation is the story of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. You know, personally, I really like Hawkman. Hawkgirl's cool too, but like,
Okay.
She's aight.
I don't know. For some reason I like.
Lloyd.
No, for some reason I like Hawkman more. I don't know why. He's just.
For some reason, I thought you were saying hot man.
Hawkman. He is a hot man. I will say. I will tell you that.
But okay,
But
you know
like,
what?
but and then
Moving
there's
on.
and then
Yeah.
there's also the
Do we have
fact that in comic books no one really stays dead. So like,
Yeah, that's true.
And in Bollywood movies too.
and in Bollywood movies, yes.
Okay, look,
And
seriously, what the
speaking-
Oh!
And speaking of, there is a story I would like to share.
Is it related to a Bollywood movie?
yes.
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
Om Shanti Om.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So basically, this dude, he's like some fanboy, and he wants to be an actor, and he's like, he sees this actress, and he's like, yes, I want your autograph, but unfortunately, he's in this house, big mansion.
Yeah.
You know, he
Same.
can't go, and then he sees right in front of his house, the house is burning. And he's like, oh no, I can't save the girl because, you know, it's getting
Yeah.
burned.
Yeah.
But, you know, he goes inside
Does
though.
that stop both
Brave soul. He goes inside the house,
Yeah.
but unfortunately the fire consumes him. He dies.
No. Actually, the fire
And then-
consumed. No, the fire consumed her. He flew out of the house and he got hit by a car.
And then he came back again as a different person.
Bollywood.
Yeah,
He came back as a different person,
Yeah,
and
he got reincarnated as a
Shit
different person.
yeah, stuff happens. Yeah.
So
I-
pretty much like who was a different person before he took his body?
No, but like he retained all the memories though.
So basically, he went from like a fanboy Nobody.
an actual.
To a famous guy, Michael
Yeah.
Jackson type.
So the hell happened?
Famous guy.
So what the hell happened
That's
to
Bollywood.
to the original famous guy?
Basically, yeah.
He did.
So
Soul's gone.
Consciousness is
so
being
pretty much
transferred
you
to
invade
that.
someone else for their body and you take over.
Exactly.
Their soul.
What do you mean, dude? That sounds like every relationship ever.
You know what? You're not wrong. You are not wrong on that.
So, guys, thank you for tuning in. There has been some epic laughs. And some people might have, lost their ears. I might have been one casualty.
Sorry, Rich.
And
Same here.
yes.
Sorry, Andy.
And Jesus, if you're listening, tune in
Andy, if
now.
you're listening, bud.
Well, you know what? Your Lord have just lost his hearing.
Praise the Lord.
You know what? That is Judas. He told me last time and he's trying to do
I
it
have
again.
become the Judas. Okay.
And Korean Jesus too as well.
Korean
And this is when we leave because I
Alright.
can turn the Mary Magdalene.
Alright, so guys, thank you. Anyways,
Alright.
whatever you guys were listening, it was all, satire, funny. Please don't take it seriously.
Yes.
Great
You know,
assault.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you for tuning in. This is ETD Casual / Daily. As always, tune in next Monday where we will talk about some interesting topics. We will talk about drugs and
Its portrayal in
its
entertainment.
portrayal in entertainment industry. As always, thank you guys for listening. ETD Casual for Life.
Have a good
Donate to our
life.
Facebook page, Instagram page. Have a great day.
Bye. Wait, we're so. Bye.
Don't read the Clone Saga unless you want to.
Anyway, no.
That was fun.
Are we off air? You guys want to run?
Time, Layla. She's touching technology and not people.
Oh, my
Bad people, I'm still intact here.
Yeah, she's gonna beat us up with our
Maybe We should
rugby.
make another clone.
Of who? Me?
Of Layla?
Yeah.
No, that'd be terrible.
That'll be. I don't know.
She
Okay,
would actually
guys,
assault
But
us.
back to the point. Back to the point. Well,
yeah,
the
sorry,
one thing
point.
that is happening right now is that you can not